Live. Ooh, that's not good. What am I testing? A okay. And I gotta redo this. Okay, this should be the live one. Not the chat. Here. Why isn't it working? What the fuck? Oh, that didn't work out too well. Hi, John Marva. How you doing? Why the hell isn't this working? Ah. Working there, but why isn't it working here? Hey, what? This is aggravating as shit. Well, I don't know why it's showing up, not showing up on here. Have to change it over every time, maybe. Nope, not working. Now it is, okay. So, this is a real pain in the ass. I mean, every time I'm going to have to screw around with this thing. That's a little screwy. Yeah, I don't really like this too much. What's that? You found 10 of the original Tennessee coal and iron railroad spikes from 1940. Cool. Well, I have THC on top. I'm not sure what that means. Huh. Well, hell, I can make that bigger. Or longer, rather. Can I do that here? Apparently not. That's not right either. The window. Well, shit. I'm not having fun here, people. Really not. What if I make this wider? That might have worked. They got the truck cab to print using supports, but it came out too big, and the tires are oval, not round. Call me after you're. See if I can bring that up a little bit. Yeah, okay, I'll do that, Tom. This'll work, I guess. I don't like the way it works, but it works. Hey, Russ, how's it going? Tony B, how's it going? I gotta see if it's gonna scroll properly now. I don't know. You guys want to throw in a bunch of comments, go ahead. Even if they're only one word ones. Hey, Booty Pirate, how you doing? I'll check that out, Quasi. Thank you. Perfect. Open link in new tab. Okay. Yeah, I went ahead and I opened that up in a new tab. We'll see how it does. I'll take a look at it later. Okay. Stormy, how you doing, Steve? Good to see you. Well, at least the scrolling is working right now, so that's a good sign. I don't know why it wasn't scrolling before. But the chat seems to be keeping up. But keep chatting, even if I don't answer you. It's a test to make sure it keeps going. Because that was one of the problems with the last version. It would stop scrolling, and I couldn't get any new chats up to. If the chats are there, I can overlay them, like so. But if they're not there, I can't do it. Like I said, they were freezing up for some reason. And another thing I like about Zeta, it doesn't keep the same area. Like if I make it bigger for a longer chat, then it puts it up high. Or it should really be down here. And of course, if I do anything on the screen, it actually puts the chat in the background. I have to open it back up, it's on my second monitor with the big computer, the small 13-inch. What's that? Herniated disc bothered me today. Can only work on anything for a short time. Hey, I've been there, done that. My back is still kind of messed up, but the chiropractor has been helping, and I can actually walk a little bit now without, wanting to go down in severe pain. Said your other stream was still breathing a little when I left. Weird. Well, there's a big delay. I think there's like a maybe a 10-12 second delay between what I see here and what goes on the screen. Kind of set on my monitor. Yeah. It's like time traveling back a few seconds. It's a little weird. So, I don't know. Like I said, it's a little aggravating. Whoever designed this OBS, if you're out there and you can hear me, fix this motherfucker. Incorporate the chat overlay in our live chat overlay, please. You need to do it. I would even consider buying OBS if you did it right, but the way it is now, it's really not worth buying. And I might have spoke too soon on this. I don't know. No, it's still working. Okay. Come on, guys. Type some chat in here. Gotta get a lot of chat going to make sure that it's going to work. Maybe Nathan delayed. Nathan? Nathan, does he know anything about that? Or are you thinking Heath? Heath knows more about this stuff than Nathan does, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I spoke too soon. It stopped scrolling for some reason. Now it's scrolling again. I don't know, it's weird. Had to stop. Hey, Jacob, how's it going? Oh, is there? Let's go. I'll copy that too, Tom. Thanks. I'll open up a new link and tab for that too. I'm sure I'm not the first one to ask that. I don't know why they're not putting it in there. I mean, all the good programs, well, the ones that are really expensive, including StreamYard, all have the chat overlay. I don't know why the hell OBS doesn't have it. It's a little weird. Are we there yet? I doubt that. Until I get this thing to where it's 100% reliable, I might have to stay with StreamYard for a while. Plus, I haven't had a lot of time to sit down and work on all this stuff. I've been busy doing so many different things. Whoa, Russ, you gotta be more careful, man. I slipped and fell in the snow. Landed hard 11 days ago. That sure as hell did not help my... Well, probably not. That's rough, man. See, that third line, it just doesn't... I might be able to correct that on my own. I might have to make this thing a little bit bigger. I'll have to work on that. Here's a plugin form, OBS form plugin. Okay, thanks for that, man. That's the same one you already gave me, or this new one? Okay. Oh, copy that one too. I'll be busy as hell for a while here once I get all this shit straightened out. I don't know. You know, he said I get so aggravated with this stuff, and it just, you know, I mean, I can't bitch because I'm not any good at this stuff. I mean, I don't know how to write that kind of code. But if I did, I'd probably do a much better job than the rest of these bozos. Sorry, you bozos out there, but you know, it's just, it's ridiculous. You know, I get a lot of drop frames now too. 1,323 drop frames. So I must be freezing up here and there. Is anybody seeing that anywhere? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. Oh, Gerald, I'm still having issues with the chat overlay. I'm trying a different one. Yeah, that's another thing, Thomas. They need to bring up the guest ability too. Of course, you can't see the whole question there, but I posted several questions on both. I'm a heavy OBS user, but never streamed from OBS that you cannot bring up guests. They have a third party for that too, but it is so difficult to use, and I wouldn't even fool with it. Oh, I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying that, you know, instead of fooling around with all the minor bullshit they've been messing with. I mean, how many versions? What are we up to now? 29 or 30 on OBS? Maybe it's 31. I'm not even sure yet. It's actually 30.0.2. You'd think by now that they would have this stuff figured out. It's just a little jerky on my end, not bad, but noticeable. Yeah, it's, like I said, I'm not doing very good here. I'm getting CPU today bad at 66. I've moved up to 60 frames per second. But I've had 1,323 drop frames, which is 1.8% of what I've, streamed so far. And we're running at, well, it varies, about 8,000 kilobytes per second. That could be my internet too, I'm not sure. You know, and I could do a, bring up the speed there and see what the speed is on this. Even that's coming up kind of slow. I don't know what's going on here. Russ says I'm getting great video and audio. Okay. Yeah, I can't do. I don't. The way it's set up, I can't do 1080. Even though I'm showing 1080 on my end, it won't transmit to 1080. I think 720 is the best you're gonna get. Oh hell yeah! This thing's running. It's running dog slow. Oh, what's going on with the internet? Yeah, 402 down. Normally it's like 970 down. And it looks like the up's not going to be that great either. Looks like 20 up. Could be 27 up. Yeah. 20.29 down, and what a fucking load of shit that is. So basically the internet's running like shit right now. I don't know why. I'm getting a message that says encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings, or then it went away. Well, I'm already down. I'm on the low end of stuff anyway. I did that on purpose, figuring that, in case the internet slows down a little bit, I wouldn't be affected too much by it. But I use a faster encoding preset. Not sure what that means. Yes, I am hardwired. So, like I said, normally I get 975 or better down and 27 up. So today it's just, I don't know, I guess the internet's just running slow. Oh, the audio is good. That's a plus, I guess. Russ says I'm getting great video and audio. That's also good. It's possible my computer might be heating up too. I think that might have been an issue for a lot of stuff. I have no air conditioning in here at the moment. Yeah, probably not going to be able to fix it for a month or two. Because I keep it a lot colder in here, but outside it's 82 degrees. I got a little bit of breeze with the door open. So like I said, it's one thing after another. Yeah. If it wasn't for the fact that I need the other computer more in the house than I would out here, I would swap the computers out. Because the one in the house, even though it's kind of identical to this one, it's about 10 times faster because I've got more RAM. I've got a bigger CPU in it. A better video card. More RAM memory. So, but unreliable internet. Death and taxes. Three things we can count on. Yeah, it seems like it, doesn't it, Russ? Oh, man. Sad but true. Jim, so OBS is running on the desktop. What is the bandwidth of the network adapter on the computer? Well, I put a new one in, a spare adapter, and it's I think it's good up to 2 terabyte or something like that. It's huge. I just bought it recently, and it does work well. But of course, it just allows more to come in. It won't actually make it any faster. Yeah, because the one that was built on the motherboard, it was okay, but it wasn't quite as good as this third party one that I bought. So yeah, that's true. Well, I don't anymore because I'm retired and I don't get enough money to pay taxes on it. My Social Security doesn't even give me enough to warrant taxation. At least not in Florida anyway. So But we definitely need faster internet. I mean, Tom was talking about on the show last night that I can't remember who it was, but he's hoping another company would come in because of you know they're running the fiber, the light fiber cable, the light fiber technology, or what fiber technology. That's the way to go. I mean, some of you guys are getting crazy speeds that I could only dream of getting. And Tom says, "How about all the?" Well, yeah, they don't pay any taxes, and even if they do, so what? They're still screwing everybody out of work. Don't get me started on that. I'm still trying to figure out how the hell the Supreme Court ruled against Texas. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. It's like, come on, guys. An open border is not a secure country. And it leaves us at big risk, especially with all the terrorists out there. And not even just terrorists, but what about criminals? Trump claims that these countries are basically releasing all their criminals to come over here. If I give a deal, hey, we'll let you out of prison. You got to go to America and go piss them off. Sure does seem like it, doesn't it? There's something going on there, without a doubt. Now, thank God at least that the governor's not fucking around and, you say, no, we're not going to pay attention to Biden or the Supreme Court. We're just going to keep the bastards out. Here's his mine is slow today. 570 up, 900 down. Fuck you. God damn. That just pisses me right off. Oh, no, you can't delete it after that. That don't work. Yeah, it's good that you got those fees, though, Gerald. But like I said, nobody down here has that, I don't think. At least not in my area. I mean, we're down on the toddler end of the internet, Once we get to grown-up internet, if that ever happens, then we'll get good speeds like that. But not yet. Craziness. But it is what it is. Oh, you got it backwards? Even then. That's crazy speeds, man. You sure you got that backwards? Usually you get better speeds down than you do up. But either way, that would be great. Whether you got 570 up or 900 up, that'll work. Compared to my 27. Yeah. Biden speaking today at a brewery in Superior, Wisconsin today. He's scared shitless of losing the swing. Well, he already did. His scaredness is unwarranted at this point. He lost and he knows it. Even though they're trying, there was a poll last night that said that Biden is slightly ahead of Trump. On what fucking planet or what dimension? I mean, come on. You cannot convince me for 1 minute that anybody is so stupid to vote for a jackass that tells you he doesn't want you to have a gas stove, a ceiling fan, a regular air conditioner, or a gas car. Right? I mean, who's the dictator here? It sure as hell ain't Trump. I pay for 2 gig down, but my NIC is only 1 gig. Okay. You should change it. You should change out that card, or add a newer card. Like I said, the one I got is good up to 2 gig. So, and that's why I got that. And on the off chance that eventually they'll raise the speeds. And whether that'll happen or not is anybody's guess. It's funny because on my screen in front of me on OBS, I'm a little jerky, and I don't know why, because that's the first time that's happened. I wonder why. I wonder what the hell up. I might have my video set too high. Settings. About to find out here in a minute. Video. No, I'm set at 720. Huh. That's weird. My streaming is good. Sorta. I don't know. It might be just this time of day too. The internet tends to run a little better at night. For some weird reason, I don't know why. Tom says, my download is 289, upload is 150. And you guys are getting great upload speeds, because when you're streaming, the download don't mean shit. The up does. Like I said, my download speeds are on average 950, 975, but my upload is only 27 as a rule. It doesn't get any better than that. That's the max. Yeah, well, I'm not real big on 5G anyway, Gerald. Too many stories about potential brain damage and shit, which I'm sure I have some already. I don't need any more. They'll get it figured out eventually. I said, you got to remember, how long has the internet really been around? 20 years, I think, maybe 30? Not very long in the big picture. I said, I remember getting on the internet when it first came out. It was just a few pages of text. There was nothing on it. I mean, it was like, really? And in a very short time, they got close to where we're at today, but the providers really haven't done much. I mean, when the internet first came up, we were still using, phone modems. I think the fastest was 56.5 or something, like 56,500 baud. I think, I'm not sure 100%, but somewhere like that. And then when the high speed came out, and that took a few years before that came out, and of course we didn't have any way to measure it, supposedly, but it was still night and day difference compared to the dial-up modems. So, I mean, they're making inroads. And of course, you got to rely on demand too, and of course, what people are willing to pay. I mean, I can get. There's a slightly faster service that Comcast offers. That's what Tom's Strange Things uses. But realistically, I don't think it's much better than what I got. And I think he said he's paying like $190 a month or something for it. Like, fuck that, Whatever I got to do here comes out of my pocket. I'm not getting any income for this. So, they said, we can give you the 1200 service. And I go, well, I got the 1000 service now. So for an extra 200 down, and I think he gets 35 or 37 up, you want to charge me like another $100? I don't think so, because I'm paying $95 a month now for my service. Of course, unlimited data on that, because if you don't get the unlimited, then they start slowing you down after you hit your limit. I don't like getting choked down either. So, let's see. See, it didn't. This chat's not working the way it needs to. I'm not a fan of Mr. Google either. 5 gig fiber over 30 years. AOL. Yeah, I remember AOL. When the internet first came out, they didn't have HTTP code. Yeah, that's right. That came later on. How did Resource Monitor look? Well, like I said, I get a lot of CPU usage for some reason, which I don't usually use that much. I get a warning. It's encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or using a faster encoded preset. I don't know what that is. Hey, Stormy Sky, how you doing, Steve? Look at Task Manager, go to Performance tab and see Network. Click on that. Yeah. I feel like doing that right now. Let's see. Task Manager. It's way down there. Yeah, somewhere. Task Scheduler. I'm not even showing it here now. I have to find it. Ever since the last update they did, kind of really changed things around on here for some reason, and I don't know why. Very weird. Right click on a taskbar, a menu pops up on okay. Taskbar settings, Task Manager. What I'm looking for. It's coming up eventually. There it is. Task Manager. Performance. Utilization at 100% at 3.98 gigahertz. That's for the CPU. GPU 1 that's doing good. Ethernet 2. 1.1 megabytes per second. I don't know why the CPU shouldn't be running that fast. It shouldn't be running that hard. I got a AMD Ryzen 3 in this 3200G. And plus, I'm not utilizing the graphics card in that. I've got a separate graphics card in here, which is supposed to have 8 megs or I think 8 megs of memory in it. 8 gigs, something like that. I don't remember. I don't know. Like I said, it'll probably run better tonight because it always runs faster. What's GP2 is simple hard. CPU is what? It shows it's running 100% in the task manager, but down here it's showing 65.9% on OBS, so I'm not sure. Well, I guess the task manager would be more accurate than anything else, which would explain why I'm so jerky. And I'm wondering if the chat overlay is really sucking a lot of juice out of the screen, out of the computer. I don't know. Oh yeah, I know that. I didn't. Let me double check that again. I wasn't really looking at the processes. I was looking more performance. Processes. OBS Studio is using. Yeah, OBS Studio is using the most. 71% of the CPU. Google Chrome is using another 18%. But, well, I can't shut Google down because then I would lose my chat overlay. I could shut that one down though. I see that. I'll just go ahead and shut Brave down altogether. That help? Maybe. Background processes. Avast, of course, is using a little bit. That's not much. Actually, I'm doing pretty good. I just saw somewhere that Google Chrome is using 0.7. Yeah, really, everything is doing pretty good. The highest one right now is OBS is really taking a lot. Google Chrome is sucking a lot too, according to power usage. It's saying high, very high. I don't know why. It's not good as OBS. My computer's currently at 60% CPU. Let me bring up OBS and see. Your OBS is only taking up 12%. Well, like I said, it could be because of the overlay. I don't know if that's eating into it or not. Weird. I don't know. Well, either way, I'm probably going to use StreamYard tonight until I get this all sorted out. I'm not gonna take a chance on it. I just don't have the patience for it. There's always one thing after another. Let me see something real quick. Over here. I'll breathe again. I don't see how much time I got left on StreamYard. Let's see. Where's that at? Members. No, it's not that one. Destination. Nope, not that one. Account maybe. Team settings. I think that's it. So I've used 11 hours and 4 minutes of the 20 hours they give me. So I can probably get away with this one more time. It resets on the on February 16th. So that's like what, 2 weeks? That's not too bad. It's always something. Hey Jason, how's it going? What's that? There might have several add-ons to OBS. Could be because you're streaming with OBS. Maybe they have a bug with it. See, yeah, it could be. Hard telling. While you're taking off, okay. So what's that later? Maybe try restart modem router. Wouldn't that be a great Comcast agent? That's the only thing they know anyway. Did you try resetting your router? You know, I need a remote to turn it on and off from here. You know, that's a long walk to go back into the house. Into the bedroom, unplug the damn thing, wait 10 seconds, plug it back in. Then wait another 5 minutes for it to boot up. But it is what it is. Jason, I got your email. I haven't had a chance to print that claw yet. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use your specs and try and print one at some point, maybe in the next couple of days. I'll let you know how it turns out. You know, I may even modify it a little bit, but we'll see. So I don't think I'm not paying attention. I'm not ignoring you. I've just been crazy busy with so many different things. But I'll sort it out soon. Well, it's not so much it could be the computer too, but the overlay, what you're seeing on the screen right now, or what will be there in a second, because of the big delay. Yeah, right there. That's called a chat overlay. OBS doesn't have that, so you have to use kind of a third-party system to make it work. This is the newest one I've found. It's sort of working, but not the way I would like it to, and it's possible it's really slowing my machine down. Because like I said, I seem kind of jerky here. There's no fluid movement. So I don't know what's going on. And the internet's a little slow right now too, which is, you know, nothing new. And I'm getting a ton of drop frames. 1,822 drop frames so far. So I've only been on 49 minutes. God, I've been on here 49 minutes already. Yeah, it's always something, like I said, you know. So until I get this straightened out, I'm probably going to continue using, hey, Train Man, what's going on? Probably continue using StreamYard. I just got to be careful because they only give you a 20-hour limit per month. And I'm at 11 hours so far I've used. So I've got, what, 9 left? If I keep it short the next couple of times, I'll be okay. Because it resets on February 16th. But I sure would hate to have to buy that, you know. Yeah, if you say so, Tom. I would argue that a little bit. Geez, OBS has done some major updates here lately, and YouTube wasn't processing it very well as it was live. Anthony, oh really? I didn't know that. That's good to know. Well, not really good to know, but thanks for that info, Jason. Like I said, it's really starting to kind of piss me off a little bit, you know. Yeah, I know I can do that too. I've actually experimented with that. Yeah, using the virtual camera within OBS and apply that to StreamYard. That's what. Yeah, I was playing around with that one day. It slows the machine down a lot too, though. So I might have to maybe do some major upgrading on my computer. Like I said, I've got 32 gig of RAM, a Ryzen 3 CPU, but I might need more. I might need more RAM. So I was kicking around maybe going up another 8 gig. I may even go more than that. I still got one slot available, but you know, maybe I'll get a 16 to put in there. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. I'll figure something out eventually. The OBS was causing Anthony Dodge to freeze up frames while he was live, being straight from OBS to YouTube, but his replays were perfect. He did OBS into StreamYard that day, and the freezing issue was gone. YouTube issue, yeah, it probably was. I'm not surprised. We all know YouTube sucks anyway, but at the moment, Rumble isn't much better. It might even be worse until they get the bugs out of that. If you've been, you've attended Tom's Trains and Things shows, when he does, because he simulcasts both YouTube and Rumble, and the Rumble has had a lot of problems with it. I don't know how long it's going to take before they get that straightened out. All right, keep your mind out of the gutter there, Crane Man. And you're probably right. I may need more. You know, like I said, I've got a lot more on my computer in the house. I think I'm running. Well, I'm running it at 16 is 32. 32 and 30. I think I'm running 64 in that one. If I remember correctly, I've got two 32 gig RAM chips in that, RAM boards. So, and I'm running, what is it, the DD4, is it DD4 or my DD5 now? I think it's DD5, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Because the motherboards on this are only about 2 years old on both computers. And they both have the same motherboards. It's just that I didn't want to put as much money. I didn't think I would need it. At the time, I wasn't planning on doing any real live streaming. I should have thought ahead. Because I've got a 6-core Ryzen in this one. And I've got a 10 or 12 core Ryzen in the one in the house. It's a much faster chip. But I put way more money into that computer than I did in this one, so. But I'm not set up to do live streaming over there. Otherwise, I would probably consider it. You know, I could take my green screen over there and fake a picture of the train room, right? But it wouldn't be the same. You're an IT professional, Jason? I'm not. I know a little. I know not just enough to be dangerous, but not as much as I probably need to know. That's true. That's true, Jason. The computer is only as good as the weakest element. Hit it between the CPU, RAM, motherboards, chipset, video card, GPU and VRAM, and the hard drive or solid state, depending what you have. Well, I'm running SSDs. I put an M.2 SSD right on the board, the motherboard. It's a 1 terabyte chip, I think, right? Yeah, 1 terabyte chip. And I've got 32 gig of RAM. I've got an 8 gig video card. And the CPU, like he says, a Ryzen 3. And I can't remember the motherboard, but it's all up to date stuff. I mean, I didn't, you know, I spent quite a bit of money on it, just not as much money on this one as I did on the one in the main house. That's a good point, Jason. Just like a car, you could have the most powerful motor and parts with it, But a shitty transmission won't make it cry. That's true. So I know you said I may have a weak link in there somewhere. I'm not sure where. You know, I've had prior issues with the RAM. Because I got two 4 giggers in there and a 16. Right now. 2 8s and a 4. Well, whatever 32 gig comes up to. I got 3 slots filled. And but I got a decent RAM too. I didn't buy any cheap stuff. You know, I got the I can't remember what it's got in it now, but it's a major brand. I don't really like, you know, skimping on stuff like that. I don't know, and like I said, it's a little warm in here right now too. I don't have any air conditioning at the moment, so it's one thing after another around. I don't know what it is with air conditioning lately, but the air's out of my car, the air's out in here. The only thing that has working air, knock wood, is my Ford Ranger, and the house is so, you know. But I'm just having a bad year with air conditioning apparently. I can't get the air conditioning fixed in this until I can afford to bring a tech in to refill it. It's low on Freon, and I can't get the Freon. It's a R410A. You got to be licensed to buy it. Could put R22 or 134 in there right now. That'd be too fucking easy. You could buy that shit all day long anywhere. So now I'd have 2 pounds of it's $100. And I think my system holds just about 2 pounds. You know, getting a P6 error on there in the code showing, well, it could either be low Freon, a compressor bad, or something else, but a bad board. But I'm thinking probably Freon. I haven't checked it yet. Probably put the gauges on there, check and make sure. But either way, you know, gonna wind up costing me probably $300 or $400 to have somebody come down and fix it. I'm not happy about that. So, because you know your environment makes a big difference on the computer too. You're in the colder the environment, the faster the computer will run. Well, I've done a lot of HVAC work over the years, and you know, I've repaired the one in my house several times. Um, I used to repair them all the time in cars back when I was licensed about 40 years ago. So I'm pretty good. I know what I'm doing in most cases. But like I said, this bullshit, you know, it's all about money. You know, the AC companies, the techs, they want to be able to do the work because, you know, let's face it, if everybody could buy Freon, there wouldn't be much need for a tech now, would there, in most cases? So, I mean, if you got a set of gauges, you could pretty much figure out the correct amount of Freon to put in, you know. A lot of guys use a scale. I've never used a scale. I've always just shot the duct temperature and measured it that way, and near as I can tell, it's pretty damn accurate. Although I do have a scale if I needed to. So. Mostly true statement on the cold. If it gets too cold, some of the parts can cause data errors when processing. Yeah, if it gets too cold. But, you know, if you keep it low 70s, high 60s, or even down in the 60s, it's going to run more efficiently than it would, say, at 80. Hey, Ross, what's going on? That's true. Well, I mean, it would have to get down below freezing, and it does on occasion. You know, last year we had, I think, 30 for a low. It didn't last long, but you know, I was up here in Sebring. It just depends on what the weather's going to do that day. Yeah, global warming my ass. No. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get off this thing. It's almost 3:30. I got some prep work to do for the Tonight Show, and I got to give Thomas Grassi a call. I got about to be quick with him, too, because then I got to eat dinner, and then I'll see you guys all at 6. Hope to see you there. He said in 2021 during the storm again, my PC ran like shit. Yeah, I bet it did. Yeah, that's a little too cold. All right, guys. I got to sign off now, and look for me later. I'll be on StreamYard at 6 o'clock. We'll see you then. Let's see how we turn this. There we go.